Welcome back, everybody. This is Teaching Big History. I'm Rachel Hansen, and this is also week 3 of quarantine. But in good news, it's also Music Monday. So I thought maybe we could play a little Name That Tune. Let's see how good you are. All right, you ready? Drops of Jupiter? What the heck? Drops of Jupiter? Jupiter doesn't have any drops. That's absolutely ridiculous. And it's also what we're going to talk about this week. Drops of Jupiter. Okay, so let's get to our driving question today. How were stars formed? And what happens when they die? Gosh, what an interesting question, right? How did stars form? I mean, last week we were talking about the Big Bang. Well, after the Big Bang, there was a whole lot of nothing in the universe. But on the rare occasion that you could find a little something, maybe a little dust here, a little gas there, gravity would get to work. It'd pull these bits of dust and these bits of gas together, and eventually, thanks to gravity, these little ingredients came together and formed our first atoms, like hydrogen and eventually helium. And these things, as they swirled together, became dense enough in their clouds that they became stars of burning hydrogen and burning helium. And when they died, they released all of the chemical elements that had formed inside of them out into the universe. That's nuts. Drops of Jupiter, my goodness. And that brings us to our word of the day. Chemical element. But Miss Hansen, I thought this was history class. Why are we learning about science? Because this is the history of science. And a chemical element is a key ingredient. You know, it's a really simple form. It has measurable properties. We can measure their protons and neutrons, and they're the most simple building blocks of the universe. Some of them are abundant. Hydrogen and helium and carbon can be found just about anywhere. But some of the elements are a bit more rare, like gold and silver and platinum, because those elements require a massive event, a huge explosion. It's often caused by like 2 stars colliding, creating all of these elements. So today, you're gonna head over to Khan Academy and you're gonna watch a video about the birth of stars. John and Hank Green are gonna talk you through stars and galaxies and how these burning balls of gas and dust release all of these cool chemical elements into the world. So get on over there, and as you're watching, think about the ingredients necessary to make stars and galaxies, because eventually it's going to help us make our planets. All right, we'll see you back here in a minute. Hey, welcome back. It's a pretty great video, right? No drops of Jupiter in there, though. I know, such a silly song. Okay, today, in your historian's journal, I want you to think about what kinds of medical instruments are healthcare professionals using today to fight infections that are embedded with silver. I mean, silver is really interesting. Silver is rare, not quite as rare as gold, but it only comes out of the death of a supernova. And so, since that's a pretty rare event, silver is pretty rare in our world and in our universe. But silver has an interesting history. I mean, you've probably heard the term you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth. And usually people think that means that you had a lot of wealth, but actually it meant you had a lot of health, because people who ate from silver spoons were healthier. The silver in the spoon had antimicrobial. Anyway, it had it had properties that kept the bacteria away. Okay, and because of this silver in the spoons, those people that ate with them were healthier instead of people who were eating with wooden spoons or spoons made from other materials. And that's why today, surgeons and their surgical instruments use silver, because it means that you're probably not going to get an infection because of it. So I want you to go think about this as it relates to the coronavirus pandemic. In what ways do you think silver is helping us fight off infection today? All right, it's been a great day. It's so good to see you back here. Thanks for being here with us, and you're coming back tomorrow, right? It's Tuesday. Oh, that was the piano, not me. All right, be good, y'all. Take care.